Hello there. So today we are going to be brewing with the Flair Pro 2. You know what that means? That means we are going to brew an espresso shot. This is an espresso machine. The coffee that we are going to be brewing today is Gardelli. Finca Rubi, suggested for filter and espresso. On a side note, don't let anyone out there tell you that espresso machines are only gonna take espresso beans. There's no such thing as espresso beans, only coffee beans. They are termed that way because they roasted it to make it easier for an espresso maker or an espresso machine to extract. This one, more or less manageable. Depends on experience. You just have to play around. If you have one of these machines, you are a home brewer, you shouldn't take that freedom for granted, because if you work in a coffee shop, totally depends on the management. If they're going to allow you to experiment on the coffee that they're selling, then kudos to those shops, but most of the time you just can't play around with coffee. So we begin, and I dosed this at 9 grams. It's peculiar for most Flair Pro 2 users because Flair Pro 2 users I know opt for 16 to 18 grams. If you stick to a certain recipe, you're either gonna stay on a particular recipe because you're afraid to explore, or you're gonna switch it up. I'd say switch it up, because that's the only way you're gonna enjoy the coffee that you spent your hard-earned money on. What's there to enjoy if you're not gonna enjoy it the way people recommended it for? So I'm gonna enjoy this as an espresso. My Kinu, fine job. Portafilter basket should look like this. It's clean, ready for more coffee. We're just gonna dump that all in, you know. And it's a really short stack right now. I'm gonna even this out a bit. Pardon the clumps. After you've gotten it centered, once you feel the table is fighting back, let go. Put our pop screen in. And we're gonna heat up the brew head. It's gonna start boiling. It's gonna go to a certain temperature. It will more or less get to 95 Celsius. I went to Jayco earlier and bought one of these Limitas sets. Really nice. For 370 pesos. And they gave me a free drink. So they gave me a latte. Well, they gave me a latte because I chose a latte. Just about done. There we go. This weird spatula thing, that's kind of like a screen, and I put it on top of the kettle so it preheats my cylinder. But we're gonna stop at a certain weight. And that is your single shot espresso.